Hi, Joe Maggiore with Desert Dimensions Properties in beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona. As realtors, we have this very unique opportunity because we forge very deep, long-term relationships with our clients. And oftentimes that means that we are there for our clients during the highs and lows of their life events and things that are going on for them. So very oftentimes that means that we are there for combining and merging of households, where we've got families that are growing and going to be combining two properties into one. And other times we've got families that are doing the opposite, and we're going to be going from one property, into two. And I think that for most people, that really becomes about the stuff. They really think in terms of their furniture and where are we going to put the couch and how are we going to do this. But I think a lot of people kind of stop there, and they don't necessarily take those next steps. And that's kind of what we do, is we're here to help people think through those next steps. Really, it is not so much just about the stuff, but it's very specifically about the organization and the flow of a household. So if you're combining two homes into one, of course you've got to think about where furniture is going to go and things like that. But you also have to think in terms of, what are your storage needs going to be? How is that stuff going to be different? Are you the type of people where you've got two households that are combining and one person is not going to be getting out there to do landscaping or pool care, versus somebody who's really hands-on and really do it yourself? And you might need to have that conversation to kind of figure out, really, what is that going to look like? Well, you need to hire a landscaper and a pool service person. The flip side of that is kind of similar. If you've got one household that's going into two, you've got to think in terms of course, the furniture and the logistics and things like that. But then you've got to think about, well, really, what is the organization going to be for these two households? How are we going to manage these as two independent homes as opposed to one where everything is there? The other thing is the expenses. Now, for merging households, this is typically a benefit because people can do things like combine insurance policies, and maybe you can eliminate one insurance company and you're kind of grouping everything together with one company so that you've got the advantage of discounts that are associated with having all your policies in one place. The flip side of that is, if you're combining households and you're going into a 3,500 square foot two-story home, are you prepared for the one person who loves the thermostat set at 72 in the summer, where you've got $450 air conditioning bills or electric bills? So really that expense and thinking through what that's going to be when you're merging homes can be very important. Same thing when you've got homes that are going from one to two. Again, it might be something simple like landscaping, pool care. Are you going to have the budget to manage both of those? You're now going to have either two mortgage payments, or mortgage payments and rent payments, or two rent payments. And are you going to be able to logistically handle all of those bills that are associated with managing each separate property? Sometimes the answer is yes, and sometimes the answer is we have to do something different. So I think for the most part, the thing that is really the simple answer for most people is that they need to have those conversations and they need to think through the next steps. That's partly what we're here for as agents, and as good agents, especially when we're working with our clients. But that is what will help this be a joyous occasion when it's coming together, as unpainful as possible when it's something that's maybe going apart, and really we can help people avoid potential pitfalls down the road. Any questions, you can reach us at desertdimensions.com. I'm Joe Maggiore.